So it's 9:13 in the morning, 63 degrees outside, and I arrived at the consignee, and I'm in position for them to forklift everything off the truck. Last night was kind of interesting because it took over 2 hours for them to unload or to even get to me, and I was already running low on my clock. So when they did get to me, and I put in for detention, we'll see how that works out, because I was there for over 2 hours, and Maverick just changed their policy to, if you're from, it used to be if you were there for 3 hours or more, you got detention, and now that they've changed that. Now if you're there for 2 hours or more, you get detention if they don't touch you. Well, anyway, it took them more than 2 hours to get to me. So everybody was leaving the place. Nobody was tarping. And I even talked to some other Maverick drivers who they work the dedicated account out of there, which is great. But my load had to be tarped. I was traveling 200 miles back to Houston. I was like, that's fine, because I just found out tarp pay has gone up from $20 to $25. So each time I throw a tarp on, I get 25 bucks. That's great, because it takes me about half an hour to put tarps on, give it or take. Putting 2 lumber tarps on, yeah, it takes a little bit longer than half an hour, but still 25 bucks a pop. I'll take that. And so anyway, it was my first time there, and they didn't really give me clear instructions, because what happened was they told me to go over to the scale house and scale in. So I went over there, walked into the scale house. There was nobody there. There was a big computer, and I was like, I don't know how to do this. So I wrote down my weight, thinking maybe that's what they needed. And after they loaded me, they said they wanted the weight ticket. I said, there's nobody over there to give it to me. And they said, oh, you're supposed to do that on your own. I guess you'll have to go without a weight ticket. I didn't care, because it's well under, I mean, I only weigh like 30,000 pounds, my truck, and I can guarantee you this is like less than 30,000, so. But anyway, it was, so here I am running short on time, and then I still have to secure the load, wait for them to scan it, and then I have to put lumber tarps on. I should ask the forklift driver to hoist those lumber tarps up there, because it didn't work out that way. I ended up putting them up there on my own. No big deal. I got them up there. Got everything secured. Had to bust into some new bungees, because I used so many for this load. And got everything done. Before that, after I got everything secured with straps, I came in and looked, and it said I had 33 minutes. 33 minutes to put 2 lumber tarps on from the side box to carry them to the top of the load, and then secure them down. 33 minutes. So I know I can tarp in half an hour, because when I was all done, I had 3 minutes left on my clock. So $25 in half an hour. That's basically $50 an hour worth of work. No biggie. So, oh, and I noticed that in my paycheck, I didn't know pay went up. I thought I was getting 33 cents a mile plus 2 cents performance pay, but I'm getting 38 cents a mile plus 2 cents performance pay. So I'm basically getting 40 cents a mile. That's not what was explained to us when we went through the class, but I know we did transfer through the new year, and I heard stuff about how they were increasing pay, but I hadn't heard the details, so I guess now I know. So anyway, there was no, according to the work assignment, there was no overnight parking at the shipper. And they have a big place, and I was the last truck there, and it was pitch black. And basically, while I was putting in my information on my load and leaving shipper information, I ran out of time on my clock. I had nothing. So I called Extended Services and spoke to an individual there and explained the situation. And they said, well, it's probably better to leave the shipper in order to keep good customer relations. They worked with me, and luckily I was able to actually right outside the gate there. I was on Google Maps because I was looking for the closest thing I can park at without having to go anywhere. And I thought maybe if I can just squeeze outside their gate, they can close the gate and then I can stay there. But right around the corner, like 100 yards, there was this, I noticed this street that was like, I don't know, twice as wide as it normally should be. And as I was pulling around the corner, I was like, hey, there's a truck parked there. So I just went and parked behind him. My clock didn't start. I didn't add any more time, so I didn't have any violations, so it all worked out. The bummer thing is I had to start my clock at 5 this morning, drive 2 hours to get here. Initially they gave me a deadhead assignment to deadhead to Shreveport, but that changed into an actual assignment here. They've got what they call a pre-plan, and this will turn into a full-on assignment once I report that I'm empty. So that's it for now. It looks like I'm writing down mileage here because I try to track everything. Let's see, where is this one going? I'm going from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I lived there for about two and a half years. They do have overnight parking. It delivers on Friday to Birmingham, Alabama. So that means now I've got to check this out because here I am delivering on Friday, and supposedly I'll get a load. This kind of lets me know something. Birmingham, Alabama to St. Louis on a Friday. I might, odds are, well, let's see, Shreveport to Birmingham is like a straight shot on 20. Let's see, they don't, of course they don't have overnight parking. I'm hauling coils. I have to tarp it. It's only 449 miles. If I can get there early enough, I might make it home from St. Louis, but that's a long trip, and odds are I might end up having to stop short of getting home on Friday night and getting home on Saturday morning, which I don't like. I mean, I like my full weekend, Saturday, Sunday, because if I'm projecting to leave like Sunday night to get a good start on the week, that kind of changes the way I do things, because I live to work. I don't work to live. Wait, no, I got that one backwards. Yeah, don't we all live to work? No, I work to live. So anyway, that's it for today. Looks like I'm heading to Birmingham, Alabama, and it'll probably be warm there too. It's interesting that, you know, I guess the bad thing is if you don't like the heat, and you don't like sweating, you may not like this job. I don't like the heat, but I don't mind work. So, and I am filthy dirty from moving that tarp yesterday. I got in my cab and my arms were black, so just chock full of dirt from that tarp. So hopefully they start unloading me soon. Who knows? It's 9:22. I wouldn't think they'd actually like go to lunch or anything. 0 new messages. But you never know. So anyway, thumbs up, subscribe if you need to, and we'll see what Friday brings us and how this all works out.